Hi everyone, I'm working with a new webcam now because handily my camera doesn't work with Vista. Another giant thumbs up windows for Vista. No, none of my programs work, none of the applications work, none of my hardware works, but thank goodness I have see-through toolbars. Giant bravo. Anyway, basically what I wanted to say, albeit with the audio not fitting what my lips are doing, is back in May 2007 I made a video called Do I Want to Go, where basically I guess I was pretty depressed and the prospect of going to America was looming over me, and you know, I was thinking about, well, do I want to go? And if you've been following my videos or Facebook since then, obviously you can tell that not only should I have wanted to go, I should have wanted to go and stay. And basically, in short, going to Oklahoma, that was probably the best year of my whole life. And I'm not even exaggerating, it really was. When I signed up, I really didn't know anything about Oklahoma except for a rough idea about the song and the fact that in Friends, they referenced it. Chandler said they call it the Sooner State, and I'd sooner be in any other state. And I'm expecting ghost towns and cowboys, and well, I guess I was half right, because you know, this is a place where walking down the street are actual cowboys in the Stetsons with the rope around their shoulders and the proper boots. And it was just so many new experiences. I mean, first semester I was in the halls of residence, and you know, we couldn't drink because, you know, I'm underage over there. And so we have these like sneaky parties where, you know, you hear like from a friend of a friend of a friend that somebody somewhere has got a keg in their house in the middle of nowhere, and you got to go out to it, and there's a whole new level of excitement when you're crammed into a house like 200 other people, and you know, the police could bust at any time, and usually they did. There was homecoming, helping out with the floats, and I went down to join the Bennett, which was my dorm, help out on their homecoming committee, and it started off just simple. They wanted me to design them a t-shirt. I did that, and I found the people running it didn't really know how to do anything in what we call the real world. So I helped them. I did sketches and dimensions and blueprints of what our float would look like, and then I had to do a little bit further by working out what we need. And then they finally came up to me and said, Rob, okay, we've got all this chicken wire and stuff, and we need you to make 4 horse heads out of them so we can pop them. I didn't really want to lose face, and so everyone's crowded around me. I'm stood there with this giant roll of chicken wire and some pliers. You know, it's like it's like that surgery scene out of Spies Like Us. And then I just start cutting and folding and bending and tying, and somehow I make a horse head. I don't know, very much a trial by fire. Or a trial by wire, perhaps? Yeah, puns never go out of fashion. And then semester B, or semester 2, or the spring semester, or whatever they call it, I joined a fraternity. I didn't even think I could. I was just going to these parties because I wanted to drink. And then I didn't even think I could join. I mean, I'm a dirty limey. Why would they let me in? But evidently, they thought I would have something to offer, and hopefully I did. So yeah, moved into that fantastic house on Jefferson Street, and I had the period of being a pledge, which was interesting and trying at times. And I moved in, and the thing about a fraternity is you're thrown in with all these people with different interests and different lifestyles, and I mean, you wouldn't ever hang out with them in real life because, I mean, your friends are the people you share common experiences with, and if someone has completely different interests, completely different life, you're not going to have any opportunities to, you know, become close and become friends. But when you're all these different people in one house with one cause and you're all brothers, then you start bonding. So, you know, you're friends with people you could never imagine being friends with before, and that's amazing because it makes you learn how to deal with people, because it's so easy when they're just human beings outside in the world. If you don't like them, you don't have to see them ever again, you just ignore them. But I mean, if they're your brothers, you have to work at it until until you can be civil with each other at least, and then work on from there. But I don't know, something about being in a fraternity really, really clicked with me, because I don't know why, but I've got all this boundless energy, and I'm always needing to do something, whether it's, you know, designing t-shirts or making posters or doing something like that. And the fraternity suddenly gave me an opportunity to do all these things. I mean, we'd be having all these events and they need t-shirts, so suddenly I've got a use to use all my skills for. And it was amazing. I mean, that house, I mean, I've got 30, I left with one sister and I came back with 30 brothers. And I mean, all of them are like best friends to me, as weird as that sounds, but I mean, we've been through a lot, especially me and my pledge brothers. I mean, I went back to Stillwater in September, and you know, the 5 of us, we've got this incredible bond, which I don't think you'd find anywhere else. And so that's remarkable. And then there's the bond between, I got my big brother in the house, Tim, and I mean, we get on like a house on fire. I mean, we're like, feels like we're double act sometimes, and we're just going around, it's like a force of nature. And so it's kind of tough being away from all that. I mean, the whole point of a fraternity is, I mean, you've got the pledgeship, which is supposed to be tough, but then that bonds you with these guys you're supposed to be with for the next 3 years of university, and then I leave after 1 semester, which is kind of tough. But then again, I wear it up. I mean, I wouldn't have been there in the first place if it hadn't been for all the switching, so I can't really rag on that program idea. But still, yeah, still trying to be a positive influence on the house, even though I'm not there. I, you know, want them to know that it wasn't in vain letting me in. So I went back to visit. I've been mailing them t-shirt designs. I've been talking to the pledges, who are now members, actually. Congratulations on that. And just trying to keep involved, so I don't drift away, which is kind of easy when you're 7 time zones away, you know? But yeah, so on the bus side, I've got all those great experiences, all those amazing people, discovery of the whole Greek system and all the amazing friends I've made. And on the negative side, I am going to have to shell out for airfare to America every year for the rest of my life now, unfortunately. What are you going to do? Plus, ranch dressing. I can't get it over here, and I crave it. I crave it like crack. Not that I crave crack anymore. 2 weeks sober. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. So, now I am in Berlin, and this is the next jump on my program. And first of all, it really did suck, because it's, you know, another change. You move to a new place, you don't know where anything is, you haven't got any friends, you sat in a room with like 4 white walls and it's all quiet, and you've got to compare that to all the fun and excitement and chaos you had before. But the first couple of weeks I was just really, really depressed, and you know, just looking back the whole time and really regretting coming here. But I mean, I've got some really good friends now, and we've been having, you know, some amazing times like Halloween and going out clubbing until, you know, 5 AM or 6 AM and then falling asleep on that S-Bahn home. And you know, it's so easy to get wrapped up in thinking about stuff that's already happened. And I mean, I could just like stay in my room 24/7 just looking at pictures and reminiscing the whole time, but then I'd be missing what's happening now. And I can't waste a year of my life just looking back at the year before. I mean, I've got to work to make this year as good as the last year, as hard a task as that might be. But yeah, I really think the more I see of life, I think it's all about chasing the next opportunity and experience. It's not about having an experience and then just sitting around saying, wow, wasn't that fun? No, because you just rot if you kept doing that. You've got to keep finding the new things to keep you going. And so that is what I'm going to try and do here.